So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We're very privileged to have some harmonica royalty in the house, and you'll see Dr. Bertram Becker and Olaf Bohme. Do I say that correctly, Olaf? Is it Bohme?
Bohme.
All right.
Yes, correct.
So these two guys. I mean, I know Bertram for I don't know 20 years or something like that. He's
something,
product
17,
manager of
17.
So he's the product manager of Zeidel. So you all probably have Zeidel harmonicas, I'm sure. This is the oldest working harmonica factory in the world. Started in 1847. It predates the Hohner, the original, by 10 years, which is always always find very enjoyable.
5 years.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
So Bertram is a fine harmonica player. We've had him at our festival with his band, so we know about that. But mostly you're blues and mostly improvising, I think, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm more an improviser, but I'm more and more coming to play more and more fixed pieces. And when I saw this book from Olaf, I decided to learn even more because this is a great resource for picking different styles and so on.
Right.
And I think it's good to have, in your toolbox, you have some different songs, different styles that, especially if you are going to conventions or to harmonica meetings or to trade fairs like me, just to show the possibilities of the instrument as versatile as possible.
That's right. And also I think this is the most portable instrument in the world. So if you are somebody who likes traveling like me, I've got a harmonica with me. If I'm in somewhere like, I don't know, Vietnam, let's say, where there's a very big harmonica community, they will say, okay, Mr. Ben, play something. So you have to have some recognizable tunes in your repertoire. You have to be able to do it and turn it on and actually do it. So now let's introduce Olaf Bohme. So thank you so much.
It's correct, Ben. Thank you
for coming. We've not met.
First of all, a great welcome from Germany, from Bavaria, where I live. And let me introduce myself in a few sentences. This is my third book. I've published this book. Is a German book for beginners. For absolute beginners, and this is the first book I published. I'm a self-publisher. There's no editor. I'm an editor, publisher, author, and player in one person, and that's why I'm very proud of this book, the first book. It's a great harmonica book. It's in German, and I plan to translate it for an English-speaking market. I play harmonica over 40 years, and it's my second heartbeat, the harmonica. And I like going to musician sessions very often. And as I lived in Berlin, the capital of Germany, there were many blues sessions, and I played mostly blues. But as I moved to Bavaria 23 years ago, I was astonished that here in Bavaria there are very few blues sessions, but more musician sessions for all genres. Yes, and that's why I had to learn some different stuff like Scandinavian folk music, Irish folk music, Italian folk music, klezmer folk, of course, some classical tunes I checked out with the harmonica, and so I gathered more than 250 songs from all over Europe and America. And the big harmonica songbook is you can understand it as a as a journey, as a trip from a Central Europe, from Eastern Europe, Northern, South, and Western Europe to America. And it's divided in, I think, 50-50, 50% European folk music, and 50% American. And American music is not just USA, America, but also Latin America music. Okay.
Olaf, that's fantastic. One thing, you told me you cannot speak English.
Yeah. Not so well as Bertram.
Well, nobody can speak English as well as Bertram.
Okay. I hope you understand me in the round.
This is a full-time job.
Really. Thank you. Yes, no.
This book is full-time job, no?
It's very very hard, and my wife was heißt beschweren?
She bothered about.
Yeah.
He was always taking the time for the book instead of her.
Very difficult.
There are a lot of other things than published books. Okay.
This one came together. When did you? This is the book we're talking about, folks, which I'm personally recommending every single person in this room and watching later on recording should have a copy of. When did this come about? When did you start to build? I imagine it's a project taking like 2 years or something.
2 years ago, and the work began, I think, 3 years ago. And Besonderheit, specialty of this book is, I think, the plenty of different styles and genres. Yes, there are 14 genres from American folk, bluegrass, blues. I thought already in European folk from north to west, south to east, and of course American traditional folk hymns and blues. Yes.
So you have country and western. Old bluegrass, Cajun. Ragtime. Wow.
And not to forget, there are some songs written by me, because I like to fix some musical ideas and make the music sheet and the tablature as well. There are some songs like Chicken's Dream I like very well, and it's always a song that we play in musical sessions, and it's and other musicians also like it very well.
By the way, Olaf, just to let them know how this is organized, perhaps is visible here. You can see that there is a notation like the usual sheet music, together with the chords, so people can have accompaniment instruments, and the singing voice is representing the melody, as well as the tablature does.
Yes.
It's a plus is always blow, and without anything is draw.
Yes, there are 3 icons in the left corner of each sheet. The first is the level. It indicates the level of skills. The second is the position index, like a watch, like a abstract tiny watch. The yellow circle. You see here?
Oh yeah, I see. So that tells me it's
third position. Yes, it's of course it's I think it's a minor. Yes, it's D minor. Is it?
Or is it in? Let me see. Is it A? Or what does this mean? The red A, the yellow.
A, yeah, you have to read the sign explanation at the beginning. A stands for advanced. Okay.
Okay.
It's a level. I have 3 levels, three red marks, and the basic, the 2, and the stapled, the third.
Everything is done for all. Is C harmonica, yes.
Very important. I thought a lot about if I should choose different harps like I do on the session, because I'm not playing always C harmonica, but I think for a book idea, it's better to stay with one instrument.
Yeah, I agree.
It's
100%.
okay. So there are a couple of songs like a Latin American La Partida. La Partida is a wonderful Latin American song, but it's quite high for a C harmonica. But I managed it. Okay, so I wanted to play all the songs and show that you can also play. You can play all these songs with a C harmonica. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that sounds really good. I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about the backing tracks, because I think each song comes with 2 tracks. Am I right?
Yes, you're right. 2 tracks, complete track with accompaniment, a track with band and me, harmonica and band version. The first version, the listen version, and the second version is to practice with the backing track without my harmonica. Okay. And in modern players, you have the player bar when you scan with your smartphone the QR code. Is the second, the third icon is the QR code.
Yes.
The QR code leads you to both versions, the backing track and the original harmonica versions. And
yes, thank you, Bertram. I see. Very good.
Is this play bar with the option of lower and
I just shows the entertainer.
Can you accelerate the speed?
No, not here.
Okay. Some of my students, they told me that they have player where you can speed up the tempo.
Yeah, speed up or
speed up the tempo. And yes.
One thing I think I have done with that is these become MP3s if you download them, right? So you can put them into something like transcribe if you want to change the tempo or even the key.
So very good advice. I use by myself. I use Amazing Slow Downer,
right?
And there's also the possibility to change the keys and the tempo as well.
Yeah.
Of each song. It's a great invention, I think.
Yeah. So if you only have a harmonica in the key of F, you can change all the songs to suit.
Yeah.
But when you're reading it from the book, you can still read hole 1, hole 2, hole 3. It's the same.
Yes. That's right.
Yeah. Well, there are manifold options on smartphones. You have slow down softwares. Like on my Android, it's audio speed changer or whatever. You will be able to slow down if there's a solo too fast for you, no problem.
A second advice in the book, there's I put a link, theharmonicasongbook.com/songs. On this link, you can download all songs in the bulk download. All songs through D and so.
Okay,
Group.
so that's on page 6. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. It's more comfortable than QR code each song of 200.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had one question myself. How did you deal with the copyright issue?
Most of the songs are already in the public domain.
Okay.
Some songs have a copyright mark at the bottom of the page, and like St. Louis Blues, the first blues that was written in the beginning of the 20th century by W.C. Handy. I like this song very much, and then I had a phone call with the was heißt der Enkel nochmal? Grandson.
Yeah.
Grandson. The last living ancestor of W.C. Handy.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes. I was very excited. Was great. But most of the songs are copyright free in the public domain. Because if you had a couple of songs with copyright, I had to pay for all license markets in the world, and there are different. It's a big subject. The licenses. There are licenses for Canada. There are licenses for different conditions for USA. There are different for Europe and Scandinavia and Spain. That's why I decided to look for nice, popular, and songs that are already in the public domain.
Yes, I've done the same myself. You have to write your own, or find tunes which are outside copyright. One question somebody has here: is it good for beginners?
Thank you for your question. When you dive in, each genre chapter has a structured order. Each genre begins with low-level songs and ends with advanced levels. If you go to American folk chapter, you see the first 6 songs: Tom Dooley, Sweet Betsy from Pike, Little Brown Jug, On Top of Old Smoky, Over in the Glory. And all these songs are indicated as low level, but they aren't. If you can't play harmonica, you have to learn these songs as well. But they are not so difficult parts in the song. No overblow, no bending. And I decided to put in the lowest level songs that you can play mostly in the first position, but without bending, without overbending technique.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Level 1.
Thank you.
The easy level. I think it's got an E on it, hasn't it? The lowest block of.
It's easy. Did you count through how many easy songs you put, and how many advanced and medium level?
And intermediate is the middle.
Intermediate, and then.
Yeah. Here's the last pages.
Yeah.
Of the book.
Okay.
You see an index.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a specialty of my books. I like indices. I like it very much, and I decided to put in 4 indices: genre index, alphabetical index, level index, and a position index. Okay, so you can structure your own practices on whatever you want to learn.
So I would say it's 2/5 easy, 2/5 intermediate, and 1/5 advanced.
Right.
Okay.
Thinking, how do they do that?
This is Olaf. Perfectionism.
Very good. Let's try the Chicken's Dream. I think it's a bluegrass style own composition, and as I said, I like it.
Okay.
I use my camera to scan
the code.
Chicken's Dream, and so I see here. Just Ben explained the 2 play bars. The first, the complete version, and the second is the backing track. Just a sound check.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Sounds great. That sounds great. Bring this microphone down again a little bit, Olaf.
It was an improvisation. It was not the right, sagt man nicht genau am Original.
It was not exactly the original. You can tu noch ein bisschen runter wieder.
It was not exactly the original sheet music I put here, but es treibt mich immer zur Improvisation.
Okay, yeah. He says, okay, if he knows a song, he is trying to improvise stuff into it, and then it develops into something new sometimes.
Yeah,
exactly. So all of these written songs are a very good starting point to turn it into your own.
Yes.
So it's a good place to start. You don't have to play it exactly as it's written. You can start with that, and then later you can develop it.
Yes.
You can add a little bit.
Yeah.
But it depends. I think there's a great difference between bluegrass, country, blues music on the one side. On the other side, there are genres that you have to keep very closely to the original sheet. I experienced it often in Dublin. We often go yearly one time to Dublin to make for busking and street music, and also I go to sessions there, and they have to be exactly closely to the original. Yes.
Yes.
If you play a Cooley's reel, I have a couple of Irish tunes, jigs, reels, and hornpipes. These are the three most important dances tunes and categories. No? When I play Cooley's reel with other musician, I have to play the original and can't improvise.
Go on.
Klickst du? Entschuldigung.
Yeah, lovely, beautiful.
Oh,
sorry.
It's a faster second part. As you probably know, the reels are very, very fast played. Yes, and at sessions I decide to play first a chorus is normal tempo, and then a very, very fast and even faster tempo, a third chorus. Okay.
And I think it's about playing that sort of music. For me, I've done that. I love to play folk music and Irish music, as well as blues. Probably more blues than Irish. But when I go to folk sessions and Irish sessions, I find it's extremely good practice. And if there's a tune I don't know, which is very common, I end up playing just one note for every bar in the first time round, and then maybe 2 notes per bar the next time round, and then just increase. And that's a good way to.
Yeah.
The other way of learning is by ear, but if you have this book, you have a lot of preparation for this type of thing.
And I just found out that the Olaf really did a compilation of one of my favorite songs as well, the Choking Blues.
Yeah, was your advice.
Yeah, I
So
saw.
wait, Bertram is my lector. Yes, he was my lector on the first 2 German books, and even for the 3rd book, he helped to write a review and find some songs,
and
especially this one. Yes,
the interesting stuff here is, I think, that you succeeded to put also the accompaniment.
Yes.
You know, this is mostly not done for the other songs. If you look here, this is single notes, and this is with the tongue block accompaniment.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Melody.
Very interesting.
I spent weeks for this.
Yeah, I can just do it by
in A.
And so on. But this is how did you put this? This is hard to write down, you know.
Yeah. The first blues was in a first position. The first blues at the beginning of the last century was mostly in the first positions.
These are pages over pages, you know. You just got
weeks.
So you do. Okay. I have to. Funny stuff.
Yeah. What was your tip, Bertram?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
I think this is one of. I think this was one of the first ever recorded harmonica songs.
Yes.
Still available on a CD,
YouTube.
I think. And also on YouTube.
On YouTube. Check it, please check it out. The Moten swing, Moten blues,
Choking blues, and I think it's Kyle Wooten.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yes, and you know, in the original you hear 20% harmonica and 80% crackles from the old recording. Like
they're frying some bacon. They're frying bacon, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. When I first saw this book, I was thinking, oh, this is great. I'm gonna reproduce this to give to all my students. And then I thought, no.
Thank you, but
too much work. I'll just recommend people to get it.
One thing I wanted to point out. This is the Italian styles, the tarantellas. The tarantella comes from tarantula, from a spider, and when a spider beats you you begin to dance like a devil, and that's why it's called tarantella. And there I have a couple of tarantellas put in the book, and I just a snippet of tarantella. What?
Olaf, this is very good. You're using advanced English, saying snippet. Sure, that's not in the English-German dictionary.
No.
They're on page 222 to 228. You've got 4 tarantellas and they're on 222 to 228. Just if you're looking for them.
Okay. Tarantella Siciliana.
Sounds like a pizza.
Siciliana. I like it. Very fast. Just a second.
Must be louder.
My Bluetooth box.
Must be louder, but a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just to start.
It's not Spanish?
so on.
Wow, that's quite a workout. These tunes are,
Yeah.
these tunes are good workout.
Third position again, isn't it?
Yeah. It was in minor, yes. Third position. And fourth position, Tarantella Napolitana. And first position, Tarantella Scatinata, and so
Yeah,
on.
all pizzas, I think. All pizzas.
Yeah.
How many positions do you go through in the book? We know there are 12 positions. I'm guessing half, maybe, or
Yeah. The main three positions: first, second, third. A couple of fourth, few in fifth, and
some in 12th, I guess.
there's a index. There's an index you can see. Of course, 12th position. I think that's 10 songs.
Oh, not bad.
I checked out popular songs like "Oh Susanna" and "Happy Birthday" to play in many positions, and try to, if it's possible. Then sometimes you have a situation, you are invited to a party. There's you're a harmonica player. Can you play "Happy Birthday"?
Right.
The pianist, the piano man, they can he like to play in B flat or in F or in C, G, whatever. And you have to be able to manage it with your C harmonica. Yes, that was my challenge in my brain, and that's why I decided to put some popular songs in different keys, positions.
So, shall we have a look at some really super easy songs for people who haven't played very much? What would you recommend we play? Nice and simple.
Nice and simple. As you know, "Oh My Darling Clementine," "Shady Grove." It's a very simple melody in the third position. I think "Shady Grove." If you are interested to play in minor key on page 12, it's a very, very easy song to learn without any bendings, and you play also already in the third position "Oh Susanna," or the American folk style "Kumbaya," "When the Saints Go Marching In," and so on. I put also some easy stuff in the blues chapter, because there are not so much big blues songs without copyright. So I decided to write down some easy bass line, shuffle lines, so you can find a couple of songs I've written by myself. Yes, it's more a learning song, more for learning as for for a live stage. So basic shuffle. Yes. Some shuffle style and jump blues style. CC rider, but you have to bend. But the first blues lines are quite easy. As I said, in each chapter begins with more easy songs.
That's really good, and it reminds me. I've seen Joe Filisko doing this. He's taking a song like "Skip to My Lou" or something like that.
Yeah.
And he plays it in 9 different ways, starting with just the melody, and then maybe a little bit of backing, a little bit of tongue blocking, and then playing it a little bit of octave splits, and then playing it an octave higher or an octave lower, and then just finding so many different ways to really work a song, to just make it.
That's right.
So starting with a 1-line single melody is a great way to go with that.
Yes.
Shuffle style is the question.
The idea, I think, I understand you, Ben. It's to begin with a single line, single melody, and to put it in another more soundy way with tone block and with
Yes, exactly.
So stops.
For example,
starting it and then developing it.
For example, the shuffle line, because there was one question from Rosalind.
Yes.
Of the shuffle stuff, we can just easy make it like, or we can do it like, and then perhaps we use some and perhaps what else?
Okay.
Yeah.
And whatever, and you can go through with this basic and then go on and put your tongue into or play in an octave, like splitting or whatever.
Yeah, very, very good.
And I think this is possible with many of the songs, to just add the accompaniment, because you have the Richter octave at the bottom.
Right.
So
we had a question earlier on from Owen, I think it was, South Africa. What was that? Yes, which Seidel harmonica would you recommend to accompany the book for best personal result?
There's a small story behind the decision to play all 200 songs with the Seidel Lightning. Of course, it's not a cheap instrument. But I call it a Maserati of the harmonica.
What does that mean? You mean it breaks down every day? You mean every day it's broken? Is that what you mean?
It is.
It's not very, a Fiat. It's a
Maserati. It's very heavy. You can put it on your staple of letters. Yes.
Last week we had a guest, was Peter Madcat Ruth.
Yeah.
And he plays pretty much always use exactly that instrument, the Seidel Lightning, and he likes a nice hefty instrument with a bit of weight to it.
Yeah, and it's very slippery on your mouth, on lips.
It's absolutely rounded, as you can see here.
So great feeling on my mouth. I never experienced it with wooden comb, with plastic, with aluminium, whatever. It's my decision. It's expensive, but I think I'm a session and a street musicer as well, and I felt that is a bit louder than every other harp I played before.
All right. Now let's just take a little side step here. I have been lucky enough to visit many harmonica factories, and my favorite one tonight is if you want to go and visit the Seidel factory in Klingenthal.
Yeah.
I've found the people there to be very receptive to visitors. Bertram, would you care to talk about that a little bit, about the factory?
Yeah.
I'm just going to nip out for 1 minute.
We have a festival in Klingenthal that is called the Mundharmonika Live Festival, and during this festival we do factory tours, and as well during the years, if there are groups or so, you just have to apply in the factory, and then we will find a time to show you around in the factory. The factory is situated really near the border of between Germany and the Czech Republic. So if you throw a stone from the factory really heavily, and you would succeed in throwing it 200 meters, the stone would land in the Czech Republic already. So it's really near the border, in the very south of the former eastern part or East Germany. So this is also the reason why many of you most probably did not realize another German factory or another maker, because we were covered by the Iron Curtain for 40 years. And the 40 years during this period, Seidel could not do any advertising on the Western markets because of the Soviet Union and the GDR times. And after the fall of the German Wall, the factory was re-privatized again. And there was one guy who got it because he was family member, and but he did not succeed in running it through the years. So after, I think, 6-7 years, the factory went bankrupt, and that's when my colleagues came in, and me as well 1 year later. So I'm with Seidel now for, I think, 17 years. So the factory was reinvented because there were two German investors buying Seidel, and they wanted to form a new team, and they wanted to make a really great factory out of it. And thank you to those guys. And yeah, we made a team. We built up a team, and you know, reinvented it for the harmonica in our facilities. We had to care for the old guys and bring new guys in, and also to invent new machinery. And one result is for sure the invention of the stainless steel reeds, which was one major step in the development of Seidel. I think that was the big aha effect. So like a light bulb effect for many people. Stainless steel reeds, can they, you know, sound like a harmonica? And I can tell you they sound like harmonica. And on the Lightning, these stainless steel reeds are even polished, so the durability is improved, and the overall playability response is a little bit better compared to the other 8047 models. This is perhaps a reason why Olaf decided to play it after he checked out many other models for his recordings for the book. And he one day he phoned me and told me, okay, Bertram, it was just, for me, it was just, I found out that this instrument could do the job best, because he was not a Seidel endorser before. When we met each other, he played any brands, and he was not restricted to only play Seidel or whatever. And yet only during, you have to unmute.
There was a lot of skepsis.
Yeah. But
yeah.
I can understand.
I was very skeptic about the decision of Seidel to make the comp in complete stainless steel, because I wanted to, that Seidel wants to improve the quality, more the quality than, but they did it very well.
Yeah.
As I played this the first time, was mind blowing.
Yeah.
Well, now you've revealed something here, Bertram. Now we know why there's so many stones in Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Everybody's standing on top of the factory throwing stones at the Czechs.
I don't think so, because this was former, overtaken by them and after World War II. But anyway, the factory is still there all the time, and I can try to show you something here on the website. I will just.
What we'll do, Bertram, is we'll get you to come in again sometime, and we'll do a factory tour. We can talk.
This would be a good idea, because now it started already, so I will stop that.
You want to share the screen, or?
I could, but just as an appetizer, I can't do. Just let me check it.
We'll do a full session on the factory and the business another time. We've done one already, but we'll do it again and get Lars back as well.
Click here for full.
You can share the screen if you wish to.
So here it is. Bildschirm freigeben. This one. Okay. And now I go to.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a Music Valley, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like that. It's the factory is situated in a valley here. You can see. I can zoom in here, and I have to mute this. So I think it will start again and again. So here you can see the surrounding. This is where my colleagues live in Klingenthal. I'm living in the former western part, or in the western part of Germany, in between Dortmund and Bielefeld. So this is around 550 kilometers away from the factory, and I'm there, let's say, 5 times a year, and visit my colleagues there. And here you can see our showroom, for example. So you are here now in the showroom, and you have here the big
panel,
the wall with all the cover plates, and this is the desk, shelling desk, and so on. Here we can do presentations with a screen, and so on. And you can go everywhere in the factory with this factory tour. Here is go into the cellar room. The music starts all over again and again and again. So
each room starts.
Yeah, for each
These
room.
are very old machines, aren't they? Those green ones.
Oh, this is old, but it's a very, very good machine, because these 2 machines here, they serve for making the stainless steel reeds.
Oh.
Here you can see the turning wheel that sands the stainless steel sheet metals in order to put in the profile, and the machine moves the metal sheet from here to there and back and forth and back and forth, and this turning wheel is providing the profile. And we have 2 of those here. You can see here this one. Perhaps there's this is another other room, but we have sometimes there are some videos as well, and then you see how reed plates are cutted out. So the slots in the reed plate.
Brilliant. And if people are able to travel, they should definitely try and visit factories. They're fascinating.
Yeah,
it's very worth to visit. Yeah, come to Klingenthal.
Come to Klingenthal. Yeah, why not?
Kind people.
Yeah, and I don't know how to leave this here. Here now I'm back, and so on. You can go everywhere here, and take a look, even upstairs to the production site. Here's my office, or the office. Here's Lars sitting here. This is Lars' desktop, and this is our round table where we sit and doing some plans and so on. And these are colleagues and so on. Now this was a nice project in the past. It nearly looks the same at the moment. It's not many changes since we did this presentation here, this 3D presentation. But we can do it later.
Yeah, we'll do that another time.
And in more into deep information about the process and so on.
Yeah.
Perhaps together with Lars, he can tell many things.
Yeah. There's a building, Bertram. I don't know if it's still there. One time when I visited, they showed me this secondary building, and it had accordions. It had 10,000 accordions in the building. 10,000. I think it was who was the guy who lives in York? German guy who lives in York. I forgot his name now.
I don't know. But you mean do you mean the Weltmeister factory?
It was just next door. It's the next building to yours.
Ah. There's one really old building that was part of Seidel that is gone already, because the roof was not totally leaky, and this could not be saved. So I think one really big part of the Seidel history is gone with this building. I remember well when Olaf and me met first in Klingenthal in 2002 or 3 or so. We had the jam session, the blues jam session within the factory building, in this old factory building.
Yep.
And everything was smelling after oil, like you could really smell the machinery and the metal sheet and the dust and everything. And that's why
when is the festival coming up? You're Klingenthal Live.
It's coming in September, around in the second week, I think.
Yeah. The third weekend every year. The third weekend in September.
It's worth going if you can. I've just been to it once, and very exciting. Lots of great food and drink, apart from all the harmonicas. It's great.
Yes, and we will have great guests this year, especially as well. Olaf is coming with his band. We have Xime Monson band. Oh, really? This is an Argentinian band with Xime. Xime is a female player and blues singer, and she's coming with her band and doing a tour in Europe. And there's only one appearance in Germany, which is in Klingenthal.
Yeah, she's on tour now, isn't she?
Yeah, she is checking out everything with her band at the moment in Brazil. She said this is the opener for the European tour.
Oh, okay.
And we will have other guys too. Olaf, who was there again.
Oh, sorry, got to go. I put the Harmonica Festival link in the chat room. Yes, you can see.
Yeah. And I think in a few days the page will be updated by Olaf.
Is already.
It's already? Oh, I didn't see it today. Cool.
Yeah.
The year that I went to it, they had you had Charlie McCoy there. Is that year?
Ah, okay. I remember well. Yeah.
Very good.
Country tuning. In the Waldfisch restaurant. He was in the big hall.
Yes. Just amazing. Well, we reached the top of the hour, so let's just see if anybody has any quick questions. Would anybody like to come out and speak? Say hello to the guys. Don't be shy. Now or never.
Most enjoyable. I like on top of all smoky. That goes back a bit.
Well done, Alf.
Very good.
Alf is the same age as my mother. He's 91.
91.
Just joined us as a student. Very happy to see you here, Alf. Lovely to see you. Anybody else like to speak to these guys?
Well, just to let them see, I've got a new Ben Bauman custom harp here, which I've just received this week.
Ah, cool.
1847 is absolutely beautiful, and you talk about the heft. It is so heavy, man. It's just, but it's a wonderful. I'm just getting used to it because I don't have to draw as hard on it to get the draw notes as I used to. So I'm just trying to get used to it. But it's fabulous harmonica.
Yeah,
but I've got quite a few Citadels which are all steel, and if anybody's thinking about buying or worried about or skeptical about steel, they're absolutely beautiful harmonica, and they just sound so. Yeah,
I agree. Huh?
And especially if you get one from Ben Baumann. Did you receive a lightning from him or another? Yeah. The lightning.
The lightning, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The heavy one.
The heavy one, yeah. Yeah.
So it's this is not set up by Ben, but overblows work fine.
Oh, the overblows work well. If you have one
from Ben, it's really, really, really responsive.
Ben is a good customizer, and also he's been a guest on our show talking about improvisation and tone and.
Really he was a great guest. Yeah.
Richard, what style of music do you play?
I play all kinds, really. Ben probably thinks I only play.
All kinds, okay.
He plays all kinds, and everything from the northeast of England.
I do play some folk music from up here, which Ben thinks that's all I do. No, I do play some blues as well.
Okay.
Richard, how firm are those lips of yours?
Oh,
how
the lips
firm are those lips of yours?
The lips are fine, mate. Everything's working well.
I have too much blow past. I have too much blow past.
Not
strong enough.
Oh, well, could you finish up with a Beatles song, Beatles tune? Is that possible?
Beatles.
Well,
Beatles
that's
tune?
not really. That's out of copyright. You know, that's Beatles copyright.
Yes.
Hey, there you go.
Yes. Thank you. Good job. No,
Very
there's
nice.
no songs from the Beatles in the book because of
No.
copyright.
Because of copyright. You cannot do something like that.
Yeah. Seidel
That's
is
the name, right?
the
Seidel.
first choice. Yes, Seidel is the first choice.
Good.
We never in the UK. We never know how to pronounce it. Everybody's calling it Seidel and Seidel.
Seidel.
We say just Seidel, but I think the first syllable is a little bit more than the last one. So in the USA, most people say Seidel, but it's Seidel.
Yeah,
That's easy enough.
there you go. That's Americans for you. No idea.
They have this Seidel.
Yeah, we love the Americans
Sure.
and the Canadians and everybody. Okay, any more questions before we go? Hands up, who's going to buy the book?
Yeah, thank you.
You all need to buy it so I get my free harmonica. Come on, guys.
Yeah,
Let's
very
go.
cool.
Let's go. Chop, chop, chop.
Thank you very much.
Bertram, key of C.
Vielen Dank. Bis nächste Mal.
Vielen Dank. Thank you very
I've
much.
already bought it for you, Ben.
Thank you,
This
guys.
One. It's already bought, so you won up
This was
already.
really fun.
Thank you, Olaf. Thank you, Bertram.
Vielen Dank.
Lovely to see you. Thank you so
very
much.
Thank you, Ben, for organizing. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben, for the invitation. Thank you.
Vielen Dank.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.
Das ist gut, ja.